So although it looks like I have tons of equipment sitting around and I'm not getting anything done, that's not really it. I am busting them out every day. That's why I'm not putting out as many videos, because I'm tired. I mean, this one came in yesterday. Let's see, 2 days ago. Oh, 2 days ago. All of these came in the last 2 days. And as you can hear, every time I try to video, the phone rings. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning back into Chickanic. Hope everybody's having a great week. Do not go anywhere, because today we are going over one of the biggest misconceptions about your rider belts. Now, it is definitely go time here at the shop, and as you can see, I keep tons and tons of rider belts in stock. And to be honest with you guys, you have got to have the right belt for your mower. There is no cheating on size. It doesn't matter if it's down to 1/4 inch. Let me tell you why. But before we get into today's video, if you're a fan of saving time, money, and frustration while fixing your own small engine equipment while watching in-depth tutorials, you've come to the right place, because that's what I do. I upload a couple times a week, and if that sounds interesting, hit that like button, smash that subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and please leave a comment. I love to read through the comments, and I will reply to all the early commenters. So this time of year, with hundreds of customers coming in every week, this is one of the most common questions that I get asked is, can I get a belt 1 inch or 2 smaller for my riding lawnmower? You absolutely cannot. Now, why won't I sell you a smaller belt? That's because I want to sell you the correct part for your mower, and I want to figure out the actual problem of why you think you need a smaller belt in the first place. So let's bust myth number 1. No guys, belts do not stretch. But I know you guys aren't going to believe me. You're going to think, oh, I can put anything that's close on my mower. It's going to work. Well, no, it's not. And so I'm going to show you. I got 2 belts here. I got one that I took off a customer's mower that is extremely wore out, and then I've got a brand new belt, and let's see how they measure up. So I broke out my fancy dancy belt measurer, and I got the new belt on there, and all you gotta do is stick it in one side, we're gonna stick it in the other, and then it also has down here what's, size width the belt is, and since this is a 1/2 inch belt, that is a 4L belt, so we're going to go off this little measuring part right here, and let's see how long this new belt is. All right, we are going to pull this down as tight as we can go, and we have 70, if y'all can see that, 79.5 inches when I pull it all the way tight, 79.5. Let's check the old one. All right, we got the old one on, we come down and, stretching as hard as I can go. It is still 79.5 right there, guys. So how is that? How is the belt that I took off flopping around on the deck? It's super loose, but this brand new belt is the exact same length. Well, that's because belts don't stretch, but they do wear on the inside. Now this thing is completely cracked up, so I would have thought that it would actually had a little bit more length to it, but we're measuring the outside of the belt when we put it into the belt measurer. So what we're seeing here is that the inside where it runs in the pulleys has wore down so much. It's smooth really bad right here. So trying to get this to where y'all can see it really well. We're laying these belts on their side. Look at how much we've lost this way in depth, first of all. And then if I can get them both around here, I don't know if you can see it, width-wise too, you're gonna lose a bunch. So you're not losing it on how long the belt is. What you're losing is the inside meat of the belt. So you know you got a belt that's 79.5 inches long, and that's what you need, but all the shops are out of it at the time, and you want one today. Can you go to Napa and just buy a belt that's maybe 79 inches or 80 inches and make it work? Absolutely not. Now, I don't know how these manufacturers do it, but they do. And believe me, I can tell you from experience that if you try to put a 79-inch belt on a deck that needs a 79.5, your blades are the belt's going to be so tight that your blades are going to spin all the time, which is going to rub against your blade brake, which is going to break something else. And that is not good. Now, can you put an 80-inch belt on it and see if that works? No, because then it's going to pop off on you, because they make these belts at the perfect tension. I'm saying, like, even if it's supposed to be 96.346 inches. That's what you have to have. It's sort of crazy, but it's the truth. Another thing that can happen if you're using the wrong size belt, even if it's a 1/4 inch, it could start to fray on you or get locked up and have a burn mark in where it got stuck on one of your pulleys. If you know you're using the right belt, you might need to look at your pulleys. A lot of times, even though they're spinning, if you can hear anything, it should spin so freely that you hear nothing at all on that bearing. If you hear any kind of crunchy sound, it definitely is bad. What your pulley will do, it'll act like it's spinning just fine, but once it gets to going, it'll lock up and definitely just pop a belt right off. Check your levers on your deck that hold your idler pulleys and engage your blades, because if they're not moving freely back and forth, they will definitely be either too loose or too tight to let your blades engage correctly. And then you might even think, well, I got a PTO cable that engages my blade, which swings the leather that has an idler pulley on it. So it's got to have a little give, right? It's got a spring on the end of it. Absolutely not. If you have a belt that is slightly too tight for that system, it's going to end up pulling that PTO cable just a little bit too tight. And I promise you guys, you're going to either break the little plastic clip that holds it in place or the entire spring and end up buying a $50 PTO cable. These guys have it down to a science to make you have to buy more parts if you don't use their belt. And then it never fails, especially on the John Deere mowers. We see this a lot when a customer comes in and buys a belt, they bring it back and they're like, this thing's too long. And I'm telling them, no, I looked it up from your model number. I promise you it is correct. But when they put it on, it does. It looks really loose. But what they're not doing is putting their belt guards back on. So they're just testing it and it's popping right back off. You've got to have the belt guards on because they really do hold everything perfectly in place. These guys have it to a science. So it's loose, so it's not rubbing against anything while it's disengaged, and I promise you it'll tighten up to the perfect tightness once you engage those blades and you'll be able to mow. Now say you've done all these things correctly. You know you have the right belt for your lawnmower, you've put it back on, you've got your belt guards back on, but the thing's popping off or your blades are engaged all the time. You got other issues and it has nothing to do with your belt. So let's go outside and look at a deck and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me take you out here to my sea of riders and zero turns, and I'm sure I can find us some John Deeres for examples, because that is the most common one that people think is way too loose to ever work. All right, so there's ones that are ready to be picked up. My sea of things needing to be fixed. We are 2.5 weeks out on repairs. So with, 5 of us working here, it's just the way it rolls. So I got some John Deeres here and I want to show you, that's not a good one because the belt is completely off on that one. But this one over here will be a good example. When it's got its belt guards on and everything's nice and tidy under there, we go up here to this engine pulley and I'll really be able to show you how loose. Look at how much that sticks out. I mean, you could just flop it right off. It seems way too loose, but when you engage it, everything is perfect. So yeah, it's gotta be loose. Belt guards have to be on, because if you do not have them on, it's just gonna fly off these pulleys and that's just gonna cause you issues. So no guys, your belt is not stretched, it is not too long, it is supposed to be that long, and it's got to be the perfect length. Now I already did a complete belt and spindle replacement on a John Deere. If you want to see that, I will leave a link right up above to that or in the description box below. What you doing, Echo? She's a sweetie. Let's go, come on, let's go. So guys, hopefully this video saved you time, money, and frustration in the future. If you haven't found me on Facebook, find me at facebook.com/Chickanic. Find me at Instagram at TheRealChickanic, or find me at Chickanic.com, where you get your own t-shirts, hoodies, and long sleeve shirts. And there's the phone again. Thanks guys, and have a great day.